This video is sponsored by Deep Cut Studios. For a wide range of fantastic gaming resources such as battle mats, dice trays and pre-painted bases, check out the description below. Hi guys, and welcome back to our Malifaux Masters Breakdown, where we showcase the factions and personalities vying for soul stones and dominance within the Broken City. Today's episode features the poster boy of Malifaux and Neverborn Summoner Master, the Dreamer, along with his Nightmare keyword. The Dreamer is the quintessential summoner of Malifaux, able to bring in additional minions outside of his hired soulstone allocation to swarm the battlefield and scratch at the corners of an opponent's mind. Nightmare summons in particular arrive buried and with the stun condition, where they can then pop out in base contact with an enemy who fails a willpower duel caused by a friendly action or ability thanks to the From Nightmares upgrade which they are equipped with. The keyword has copious ways of forcing said failed willpower duels through specific attacks and the terrifying trait, and are able to gain additional benefits through Feed on Fear, which gives a quick 1 HP heal whenever an enemy model fails a willpower duel within your melee zone. Finally, Dreamers Horde are experts at manipulating their fate deck thanks to the Lucid Dreams bonus action, which allows a model to reveal the top 3 cards of their fate deck and remove a non-joker from play, allowing you to bank a potent severe or banish a low number from the game. During your start phase, the Dreamer will then discard half of these removed cards of your choice, meaning that the deck should be running hot until a reshuffle. At the core of the crew is the eponymous Dreamer, a surprisingly survivable master given his low defense and health pool thanks to Incorporeal Serene Countenance and the ability to pass off attacks thanks to Protected Nightmare. Enemies within 4 inches of this master cannot declare bonus actions thanks to the Diversion trait, which can heavily hamper the mechanics of many keywords if they get too close. On the back of his card, Dreamer sports a variety of attack actions as well as his previously mentioned Manifest Nightmare Summon, which can name any number of non-construct minions, Stitched, and summon them for their total cost plus 10 of masks. Particular areas of his card to highlight are his Cricket Bat reaching min 3 damage if 2 Nightmare models are buried, the Twist Reality attack which targets either defense or willpower, and the Night Stalker trigger on the Your Nightmare ability which allows a free teleport of Lord Chompy Bits from anywhere on the board. Whatever you need, Dreamer can find a way to do it, and he caps things off with an excellent bonus action with the Bad Dreams Pulse for shielded and a 2-inch push to all friendly keyword models within 4 inches. Moving over to totems, and well, this is one of those cases where the totem is a little bit beefier than usual. Meet Lord Chompy Bits, a terrifying 12 willpower 7 henchman who features a 2-inch melee min 3 attack and the ability to hit you 3 times thanks to the Trail of Gore bonus action. Chompy is an absolute unit that needs dealing with quickly thanks to his ability to rapidly heal and teleport across the board thanks to his master and the On Your Heels trigger of his Twist Reality variant. Accompanying the Dreamer are 2 other henchman options, starting with the 10 Soulstone Carver who shares the Woe keyword. A versatile secondary beta, Carver is excellent at dealing with high priority targets thanks to his Ruthless trait and a potential min 4 shears attack thanks to the built-in crit strike. The Glimpse of Insanity bonus action borrowed from Pandora allows him to inflict the stun condition from range, enabling both the unburial of your summons and a cheeky push or ping damage thanks to the Misery aura. Alternatively, for a slightly lower cost of 8 soul stones, one might consider hiring the Widow Weaver. Again, featuring a hefty terrifying of 12, Widow can force unburial of your summons with her stat 6 terrorize attack where needed. However, her best qualities come as a potent schemer and secondary summoner. Careful Assembly and the Stuff of Nightmares allow the summoning of Neverborn puppets, while the manipulation of 50mm destructible web markers through her bonus action and Seize Prey ability allow the Weaver to zip across the board at a lightning pace with a partner that we'll talk about later. Moving over to Enforcers, and we have another Malifaux icon in the Teddy, a big bag of hit points and melee damage who can attack an additional time thanks to the Flurry ability, as well as eating his targets for a heal thanks to the built-in Swallow You Whole trigger on his Heavy Claws. Finally, Ted is able to get some of your weaker models out of trouble thanks to his I've Got Your Back bonus action, which can target a friendly ally within 6 inches who is engaged by an enemy model. For a soulstone less at 9, you can instead hire the Eye Collector known as Coppelius, a lightning quick flanker with a move stat of 7 and the agile ability to freely leave enemy engagement. Coppelius again offers an excellent toolkit of options, with his Whispered Truce tactical action being a very potent late turn action where it can force a TN13 willpower duel on a pulse, which if the enemy fails will leave them slow and likely facing an unburied minion. Finally, Coppelius' melee attack features 2 excellent triggers to accompany his stat of 7, meaning he can reliably do high damage should he decide to get stuck in. Moving away from beatdown brawlers, we have Serena Bowman, the Neverborn's premier condition removing healer and a dangerous backfield presence thanks to Twist Reality and the ability to arc her melee attacks through friendly nightmare models. One area of particular highlight is the hole in the world trigger on her range attack, which can dramatically alter the board state by placing an enemy within 6 inches of its current location. Finally, with Disguised and Demise Eternal, Serena takes a concerted effort to remove amidst all the other threats that Dreamer throws out. Lastly, we have the other half of the Widow Weaver Web Warrior Alliance, that's hard to say, with the Bandersnatch, another speedy teleporter who can dominate the battlefield's flanks alongside the aforementioned henchmen. The Bandersnatch's headline move is to crawl into the shadow of an enemy model, where it can bury itself and damage its target through the attached shadow layer upgrade, and also attack enemy models from its prey's position with an augmented melee attack that has some hilarious triggers. Moving over to minions, and the Nightmare naturally boasts an excellent range of both hiring and summoning options, starting with the 7 Soulstone Insidious Madnesses. At move 6, with Terrifying and Incorporeal, they are exceptionally survivable for their cost, and offer a reliable means of unburying allies with their stat 6 willpower melee attack. Madnesses can also activate late in the turn, where their unresisted scatter tactical action can dramatically deny victory points by pushing all enemies within 3 inches the same distance directly away from yourself and any strat markers that you happen to be stood next to. If you're feeling a little bit more festive, then perhaps the Stitched Together are more up your alley, with solid stats across the board and the ability to make use of cards removed from the game to cheat fate thanks to their fiendish gamble ability. Couple this trait with the highly damaging Gamble Your Life attack action, and it's easy to see why a Dreamer player might choose to remove a high card with Lucid Dreams in order to guarantee this going off. While these 2 minions are certainly very good as hires, the next option should almost exclusively be summoned only. Alps are average across the board, but really shine when they are summoned in. Their Made to Kill ability allows an instant attack when unburied or placed, which is accompanied by a free damage to enemies in base contact thanks to Bad Dreams. Once the Alp is out, your opponent will be forced to deal with its natural musk, reducing damage flips within 2 inches, and the potential that their next activation without the summoned stun condition will do big damage thanks to the variety of solid triggers on their 1-3-4 melee damage track. Finally, last but not least, we have the Daydreams, little 3 Soulstone engines that keep the rest of the murder ball ticking over thanks to the ability to chain activate with Accomplice and move allies around with the really important lead Nightmare tactical action. These little guys are insignificant, so they can't scheme, but if you're not moving friends, they can still contribute to attacks with the Bend Reality attack action. The Nightmare crew is strong and survivable in both close quarters and range, packing enough firepower to focus down key enemy pieces before securing victory points in later turns. Their deck manipulation through Lucid Dreams can often lead to them performing well against opponents who attack the control hand, while the ability to flood the board with minions can play havoc for enemies who lack an easy way to disengage. Out of activation movement can catch many opponents off guard when they play against the Dreamer. As with the Master, Daydreams and specific triggers, the crew has the capacity to threaten and contest key areas of the battlefield with pieces that might have originally not been in range to do so. To this end, the crew often ends turns strongly to secure or deny key points. On the other hand, if you find yourself waking up to these nightmares, then there are things you can do to mitigate their effectiveness. Firstly, abilities that reduce attack and damage flips can mitigate some of the obvious issues that they cause. Hard to Wound, Serene Countenance, and the Distracted condition can all go a long way in reducing the chances of failing those willpower duels. Secondly, models with Ruthless or that can administer shockwaves or pulses can circumnavigate a lot of this crew's defences. Finally, Dreamer's crew are very susceptible to conditions in all forms, even with the presence of Serena Bowman. Blink burning or poison damage or ability limitation through staggered or stun can dramatically lessen the abilities of each nightmare activation, giving you time to enact your own strategies in peace. So then, if you're looking to give Dreamer a run out, then consider the following example list. You can use Chompy and Carver as your frontline beaters, supported by Serena and the Master, or Coppelius and the Stitched hunt the wings. The Daydreams can keep everyone's threat ranges moving, and you should aim to bring out some Insidious Madnesses or Alps with your early turn summons. So that brings us to the end of this Malifaux Master breakdown. We hope it's been useful in giving you a snapshot of the crew and its mechanics. For more talk about Malifaux and its masters, why not check out our podcast, The Harlefaux Show, where we break down each keyword and why you should play it. Alternatively, we have a wealth of beginner-friendly battle reports here on the channel that guide players through every flippin' decision. Whichever you choose, we look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care, folks. Hi guys, and thank you so much for watching our videos. It means the world to us. If you want to see some more, they should be over here. If you want to support this channel, keep these lights on. You can find links to our Patreon and merchandise in the description below. Take care.